If you are watching this alone right now, I need you to stay with me. Because what I am about to tell you is something nobody told me. And it almost killed me. Television has lied to you about how this happens. The dramatic collapse. The man grabbing his chest and falling to the floor. That makes good television. But that is not how it happens. Last November, I was 82 years old. Sitting exactly where I sit right now, alone. And my heart started dying. There was no sledgehammer. There was no falling. There was just a whisper. I survived a massive Widowmaker heart attack that night. But it was not the ambulance that saved me. It was not the hospital. I survived because of 7 specific things I did in the first 5 minutes. If I had skipped step 4, a simple thing involving my kitchen drawer, I would not be here right now. Time is running out for a lot of you. You are eating the processed food. You are living the modern life, and your arteries are ticking clocks. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how to survive when the clock strikes 0. Because when it happens, nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Let me tell you how it actually feels. Because the medical industry does not give you the nuance. It was a Tuesday. I had not been doing yard work. I was not exercising. I was just sitting. The first thing I felt was not pain. It was dread. A cold, heavy dread in the pit of my stomach. Then came the pressure. It felt like someone had placed a wet 50-pound bag of sand right across my collarbones. Not the left arm. Not the center of the chest. Right here. And my jaw started to ache. Like I had been grinding my teeth for hours. My hands were sweating. Ice-cold sweat. That is your autonomic nervous system going into panic. Your body knows before your brain admits it. And here is the first trap. The first reason people die alone. Your brain, your ego, wants to deny it. My brain said, Frank, it is just indigestion. It is that garbage you ate for lunch. Go lie down. If I had gone to lie down, I would have died. That is the number one mistake. When your heart is failing, lying flat forces your damaged heart to work twice as hard against gravity. Fluid builds in your lungs. You drown in your own bed. So I did not lie down. I stood up. When the panic hit, my first instinct was to call my son. I wanted to hear his voice. I wanted him to come over. Do not be stupid. Comfort is a killer. Your son cannot unclog an artery. I picked up that phone and I dialed 911. You do not wait. You do not see if it passes. You make the call. But here's what nobody tells you. Calling 911 is just a timer. It is not the solution. Depending on where you live, you have 8 to 20 minutes before they arrive. Your heart muscle starts dying in 5, while the phone was ringing. I did something that saved the paramedics from having to break down my door. If you live alone and you pass out, EMS wastes 3 to 5 minutes getting axes and rams to break through your dead bolts. 3 minutes is the difference between brain damage and full recovery. I dragged myself, literally dragged my hand along the wall, to the front door. I unbolted it. I cracked it open. Then I sat down in the recliner right next to it. I did not pack a bag. I did not go find clean underwear. I sat down. Every single step you take burns oxygen. Oxygen your heart does not have. You have to become completely useless. You have to become a statue. But before I sat down, I made one stop. This is the part your doctor should tell you at every single checkup. But they do not. I grabbed. The bottle of standard uncoated 325 milligram aspirin. Not ibuprofen. Not Tylenol. Aspirin. I took one out, and I did not swallow it. Think about what swallowing does. The pill goes to your stomach, gets broken down by acid, enters the intestines, gets processed into the bloodstream. By the time that happens, your heart attack has already won. I chewed it. It tastes like bitter chalk and chemicals. It is awful. But you chew it to a paste and hold it under your tongue. It absorbs directly through the mucosal lining of your mouth straight into the bloodstream in seconds. A heart attack is a plumbing problem. A clot. Your blood cells getting sticky, clumping together, shutting off the pipe. Chewing that aspirin instantly coats those platelets. It stops them from sticking. It freezes the clot exactly where it is. My cardiologist told me later that chewing that one pill bought me an extra 12 minutes. It literally paused the dying process. Now, you have probably seen those posts on Facebook, on the internet, telling you to do cough CPR. They say if you are alone, cough repeatedly and violently to keep your heart beating. Do not do that. It is a deadly internet myth. Violent coughing spikes your blood pressure. It puts massive sudden strain on a heart that is already suffocating. The people who die from cough CPR did not die from their heart attack. They died from bad information on a Facebook post. Do not share that myth. Do not forward it. Do not believe it. What you actually need to do is fight your own brain. Your brain is dumping adrenaline. It is screaming at you that you are dying. If you listen to it, your heart rate shoots up, and the heart tears itself apart. I closed my eyes, and I used tactical breathing. In through the nose for 4 seconds, hold it. Out through the mouth for 6 seconds. I treated it like a job. I ignored the elephant on my chest. I ignored the cold sweat. I just counted 4 in, 6 out. I forced my nervous system to shut off the panic. I dropped my heart rate down to an idle. 14 minutes later they walked through my open door. I was grey. I was drenched in sweat. But I was conscious. They rushed me in, put a stent in my lead, the Widowmaker artery, and the next morning I was sitting up eating terrible hospital jello. I am telling you this because the modern world has made us soft. We rely on apps and doctors and emergency rooms to fix us. But in the most critical moment of your life, you are the only responder that matters. Get a bottle of uncoated aspirin. Put one on your nightstand. Put one in your glove box. Learn the difference between indigestion and a whisper of dread. And stop lying to yourself. Time is short. The clock is already running. And the only person who can hit pause is you. Watch your pulse while you still can.